Hello mga friends, kumusta kayong lahat? May bagong vlog naman tayo ngayon, may bagong matutunan naman tayo ngayon. But before that, last Tuesday, we started our fall here and gonna end up on December 21st. Ano yung fall? Yung sa fall, it is one of our favorite season of the year kasi makikita mo yung pag-change ng mga iba't ibang kulay ng dahon. Ang gaganda, guys. Okay? And today's vlog, meron tayong bagong matutunan na naman. I know you are aware of this, but I'm gonna give you some types of what is laziness. Alam natin kung ano yung laziness. But myself, discovered na meron palang types of laziness. Tutunghayan natin what are they, okay? I will give you several questions. Am I lazy? Do I live by the law of a minimal effort? Am I disorganized with my time? Do I easily leave things for tomorrow and never go back to them? Yung manyana habit natin, mahilig tayo mamaya na, until such time nakakalimutan na natin, di ba? Do I take care of my personal appearance? Am I negligent with my obligations? Do I find myself doing nothing more often than I'm engaged in activities? Do I feel apathetic? Ibig sabihin ng apathetic, you are showing or no feeling of interest about your spiritual life. Yan ang mga katanungan. Tamad ka ba? Tamad ka ba? So what is laziness? Laziness is defined as indifference, apathy, negligence of our daily obligations. Can define as sloth, neglect, carelessness in our actions or activities. Do you believe that laziness is a vice or a bisyo? Do you believe, guys? Yes or no? Now, I'm gonna give 3 types of laziness. Ito yung napakahalaga because we are not aware, even myself. When I was reading the book, I found out na meron palang types of laziness. Ano yon? Number 1 type of laziness. Laziness is a life of choice. Ginusto mo, pinili mo. 'Di ba? Kung ginusto mo at pinili mo, so be it. We can also choose an attitude of indifference or negligence. Some lazy people can be rude, bastos, 'di ba? Despite of their indifference, which is really true. Diba? Yung mga tamad, bakit sila naging bastos? When you tell them to do something, they take it to personal at nagagalit sila. Kaya nagka-clash kayo, nag-aaway kayo kasi itong yung mga taong tamad, they could not accept that constructive criticism. Pag sabihan mo sila, nagagalit yan sila, kaya lumalabas ang kanilang pagka-bastos. The lazy minimalist are ruled by the law of a minimal effort. When you do less, your outcome is less. When you do more, your outcome is bigger. Yun lang yun, di ba? Now, you are, another example for this, you are expecting of something Mhm. Pero wala ka naman nag-effort. So ano ang mangyari? 'Di ba? Another example na minsan ito siya ay common na nangyayari sa Philippines, yung tinatawag nating dole-out system. Dole-out system, there is no problem about that. There is no questions about that. And it is really good that we extend or we reach our help to people. However, there is a negative implications about it. Ano yung negative implication? Ayan. Yung taong tinutulungan mo, hindi na mag-work. Uupo na lang yan maghapon at mag-antay na naman ng second batch na tulong. Yun ang pinaka-bad. Hindi maganda. Kasi umaasa lang, aasa lang. Yun ang negative implication, di ba? Which is not good. There is a saying, or a biblical text, and I quote, which is really beautiful, Matthew chapter 4, verse 19, and it says, "Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach, turuan, a man how, paano, to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime." Di ba guys, napakaganda ang biblical text na yan? I'll show you. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach, turuan, a man how to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime. Ito guys ang pinakamaganda. Hindi lang tayong dole out system tayo. So we have to do something. We need to teach these people paano nila mapalago yung mga tulong na ibinigay sa kanila. So that for their future, hindi na sila aasa sa mga taong nag-extend ng help sa kanila. But they have to focus their attention doon sa binigay. They should give importance with that, okay? They should give importance with that. They have to take care of that para sa kinabukasan nila. So, hindi lang pang one day. So, forever mo na tinuruan yung tao na maghanap buhay. Yun ang pinakamaganda, di ba? Di ba guys? Do you agree with me? And the second type of a lazy person, they called it messy one. M-E-S-S-Y. Kung sa Ilocano, tawag nila yan dugyot. Di ba? Mga dugyot. Pag sa Ilonggo, tinatawag nilang mga damak. Or dirty, untidy, di ba? These are the second type of a lazy person, messy one. They are identified with this array. Ibig sabihin, they are disorganized, they are untidy, di ba? Halimbawa dito, kung makarelate kayo sa akin, kung meron kayong mga anak, kalat dito, kalat doon. Yung mga anak mo maliliit pa or teenagers, naku. Lahat ng mga bagay nasa floor, hindi maintindihan. Ang tatamad. Everything ilalagay sa sahig. Parang napakabigat ng kamay, bitbitin yung mga damit nila sa paglagyanan. Napakahirap, di ba? Dito sa Amerika, meron silang tinatawag, pag ang yung bahay mo, if your home is very messy, tinatawag nilang pigsty. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng pigsty? Pigsty, pig, baboy. P-I-G-S-T-A-Y, pigsty. O, di ba? Sosyal. O, di ba? Pigsty. Your home is very messy. Pigsty. The more, so, messiness can be as addictive. Bakit kaya nagiging addictive ang pagkatamad? Because it is already a habit. Yes. The more we do something, the more we form a habit. And the more we repeat that habit, the more difficult for us to change. Exactly. If there is no commitment from the person na magbago, na bilang isang tamad na tao, nothing gonna happen. Why? Because sarili niya, he cannot even commit himself to do something or to change that habit. 'Di ba? Kailangan kasi manggaling dito, personal decision. Personal decision is very important kasi kung walang personal decision and yung people around you pushing you to do something at walang personal decision, it's useless. It's useless talaga. 'Di ba? So meron naman iba. Nako, if you gonna tell them to clean their mess, anong nangyayari? Later. Ang later nila, aabutan pa yan ng tomorrow. After tomorrow, later again. And then, followed by the next day. It is already a habit because they are used to it. So they are used to it. Of course, wala din silang mga disiplina, di ba? Why? Dahil for them is a no-no. Tamad, as in tamad talaga. So what you gonna do? Kasama mo sa bahay mga tamad, mga dugyot. So what you gonna do? Of course, freak out ka na naman. Magagalit ka naman, di ba? Kahit ano pa ang gagawin mo, convince the person to do this and to do that. Pag walang personal commitments, it's useless. Makarelate ba kayo, guys? Do you agree with me? Of course. Reality yan. It is a reality. Number 3 type of laziness, ito ang tinatawag nilang selective laziness. Meron palang ganon. You know what? I'm also learning. When I was reading that book, wow. And I found out na meron palang selective laziness. Ano itong selective laziness? Selective laziness, this is more on strange. This type of laziness is not a full lifestyle. But instead focuses on a certain areas. Yes. Ito, selective laziness. Specific example sa mga hardworking people. Okay? Ito mga hardworking people natin, they refuse to do any kind of physical exercise. Yes, because they are doing some important work, research, study, or doing something. Kaya ayaw nila ng physical activities because they are doing something. Okay? Another example of selective laziness, yung tinatawag nilang you are suffering from a mental laziness, yung mind mo. Tamad yung mind mo. They diligently follow orders but are apathetic. They are not showing any interest. when it comes to thinking of their own. Wow! Napakaganda. 'Di ba? Identify natin kung saan tayo na belong. And another example of selective laziness, yung tinatawag nilang suffering from spiritual laziness. Wow! And indifference, which is an attitude of negligence. You are failure to take a proper care in doing something toward religious practice and prayer. Minsan parang nagigilty din ako. Alam mo yung spiritual laziness na tinatawag, di ba? Lalo na ngayon pandemic, di ba? Lahat virtual. Nandiyan na nga yung mass, di ba? You just listen to the virtual mass. Pero minsan parang wala pa tayong parang hindi pa natin priority makinig ng mass, di ba? O magsamba. And that is reality, guys, di ba? So despite of these types of laziness, these three, laziness is a choice, laziness is a pigsty for a messy person, and laziness is for I forgot the number. Laziness is selective laziness. Selective. Na-identify nyo na ba sarili nyo kung saan kayo sa tatlo? Ako, identify ko na. O, diba? But how to overcome laziness? Make your goals. Of course, we want to overcome our laziness. So when we overcome our laziness, we should make our goals be smart. Smart. Ayan. Ano yung goal mo? Kailangan smart. S should be specific. Who, what, when, and where of your goal. And M, it should be measurable. Able to know when you reach your goal or making progress towards it. And attainable or actionable, your goal should be realistic with time and resources available. And it should be relevant to the situations and time-bounded. So tandaan natin, make your goal also a manageable and should be smart. Okay? Another ways to overcome our laziness, guys, remember, when we set unrealistic goals and it taking too much, that can lead to burnout. Do you agree with me? Of course. Unrealistic naman yung goal mo. Paano mo yung marireach yung goal mo kasi hindi nga specific. So that's why your goal should be smart. Diba? And don't expect yourself to be perfect. Ako masyado akong kung pwede pa lang masyadong organized. Pero sa sobrang well-organized, maproprostrate ka lang. Lalong-lalo na mga kasama mo, mga teenagers, kalat dito, kalat doon, and they don't care. They don't care. Kasi they are used to it, di ba? Pero, if you are going to teach them, you have to teach them, medyo mahirap. Medyo mahirap ba? Yes, medyo mahirap kasi una, meron dapat ng personal commitment. Kung merong personal commitment to do their stuff, medyo madali lang, 'di ba? 'Yon ang mahalaga. Use positive instead of a negative self-talk. hindi maiwasan na minsan negative tayo. But we are encouraged na minsan we should use positive. Kasi maganda rin pag merong positive. When you started your day with a positive vibes, you're gonna end up with a positive vibes. But if you gonna start your day with a negative vibes, you're gonna end up with a negative vibes. Ganun lang yun. Di ba? And create a plan of action. When you are going to create a plan of action, guys, you should have plan A, plan B, and plan C. Kasi if you are going to make plan A and the plan A was not successful, then proceed to the plan B. And then to plan C. So when you create a plan of action, you should have options. Plan A, B, and C. Para something gonna happen in the plan A, you already anticipate kung ano ang next move. And then use your strengths. Your strengths is very important. Yes. And recognize your accomplishments along the way. Meron kasi ibang mga tao, they don't recognize their accomplishment. You need to recognize your accomplishments because it is very important, and you're gonna use that as your step to motivate yourself to do more accomplishments. Yan. And of course, you need to ask for help. Okay? Call a friend. Call a sibling. Call a community if it is necessary. And avoid distraction. Eto, sa distraction guys, nako. Nowadays, digital world na tayo guys, di ba? Ano ang nangyayari? We are easily distracted with Facebook, social media, di ba? Ako noon, yung nag-aaral ako, napakahirap mag-aral dito sa Amerika. Too much stress. Every day, merong quiz. So, kailangan iset aside mo yung mga gadget mo kasi once may nakita ka sa Facebook mo, may nag-PM sa'yo, matitempt ka naman, tingin doon, nawala yung concentration mo. So, as much as possible, kung kayo ay nag-aaral, dapat stay away yung mga gadget to avoid distraction. Pero nowadays kasi iba na din, di ba? Virtual class na tayo, yung mga bata natin, virtual class na sila. So, it can't be avoided. So, but you need also to monitor that one. Okay? And finally, I gonna end up with this saying, and I quote, do something today, do something today that your future self will be grateful for. Ibig sabihin, do something, gumawa ka ng kabutihan ngayon para balang araw, merong pasasalamatan ang iyong sarili. Diba napakaganda guys? I hope meron naman tayong natutunan today and you also identify na kung anong type of laziness na meron ka. Ako alam ko na kung saan ako. And this is very important for us also to learn, di ba? Please don't forget to comment below, like, subscribe, and click the bell button. Please don't forget to share this video. Share this video to your friends, to your family members. Maganda ito guys. Okay? And also, shout out Sir Alan and Miss Lilian Severino and St. Joseph Catholic School at Quezon City. Hello to you all. Bye-bye!